All right, let's tell you all yourself about yourself and the devil, right? The man that talked to me the most when I was in Sierra Vista, and they were all confronting me with this, apocalypse happening thing, which they were real shitty to me. By the time I left, if everybody's sexually predicating on my wife by 2008. And I just got the hell out of there and came here with the kids and thought I'll just come here with the kids and just start over. And they were making that very difficult with the mind manipulation bullshit they were doing here because of cult religion and all the bullshit that these assholes do, right? And the one who talked to me the most and gave me the most information was a man named David Rockefeller, okay? Telling me just how evil and miserable and stupid and pathetic these people are. Okay. Jesus wasn't quite as mean. Rockefeller was meaner, but Jesus would explain to me, you do know that people that need an innocent baby to be sacrificed to an altar to save them from being disgusting are not good people, Earl. Okay? You don't need babies to be killed to save you from taking advantage of babies and abusing babies and turning babies into rapists, murderers, and killers, Earl. It's like, yeah, I know, Jesus. He goes, so you don't need me, an innocent child that's a perfect God, to be killed to save you from your disgustingness. You haven't been like Goliath. You've been like David for as long as I can ever remember. Right, okay. You're not the type of person that will go raping, looting, and pillaging. And you're also not the type of person to sit and watch it happen and say, there's nothing I can do about it. You'll stand up and try to save everybody or die trying, like he told me in Sierra Vista. You're going to do this or die trying. I said, I'm going to die anyway. He said, there's your incentive. Right? Okay. And so I can't overemphasize to you that Jesus didn't have to deal with the surveillance network that the Rockefeller Foundation had during his life. Okay, where they had a camera accepted by what was called laws, written down by lawmakers, legally in every domicile that they wanted to put it in, to know if you were telling the truth, if you were lying, what you were lying about, what you were telling the truth about, what happened in your home, why it happened in your home, who was responsible for it and who was not responsible for it, and who could stop it and who couldn't stop it. And Rockefeller, no, this person's, because the genome sequencing is going to be the one that stops the fuck for the buck through the home invasion through the lawmakers. Oh yeah, he knows. He knew. Okay. And what all these assholes were banking on is that that's his family. He won't let you kill his family. Okay. And I'm like, okay, I can't stop. Have you ever read that book? I think it's Elijah in the Bible. And the miner comes and says, he comes out of the mines and he says, well, you came out of the mines, it was hard as hell, but as long as you stay out and don't go back in, your leprosy will subside and you'll recover and you'll survive. And one of the people in his family sits there and goes, well, I want that gold, and goes and gets it and doesn't have any immunity to the disease for the leprosy, and his immune system can't respond fast enough, and it kills him right when he gets back home. Okay. And Elijah specifically told him, don't do that. Okay. I've been abused. I've been put in mines. I have a better immune system than you. Okay. We don't value gold, yeah, but I want to go buy things for my wife from the Philistines, right? You need to obey the Lord. Okay. And Rockefeller knows when you pray to the Lord telling Jesus what to do, and then because life's eternal and grace is infinite, everybody knows when you pray to Jesus, you're going to get people in your life to answer that prayer. Well, the person in my life to answer that prayer, in your life to answer that prayer, is me. Stand up for the Lord's Prayer with me for Jesus to bring on the apocalypse. I don't have to. You don't think Rockefeller set you up? You don't think Rockefeller hates your family, hates your mother, hates your father, thinks your siblings are self-righteous hypocrites, snotty and obnoxious, and believe in cartoon characters rather than a living Messiah named Earl? You don't think Rockefeller and Rothschild would set you up because they can't stand you because you're a self-righteous hypocrite? Okay? They set Trump up. They set Obama up. They set Biden up. They set Epstein up. They set everybody up. They set Pope Leo up. They set Pope Francis up. They set Netanyahu up. They set XI up. They set the little fat, little smiling, mean little fucker from North Korea up. They set everybody up. And what'd they do? They put Militia Earl at the center. Okay, the guy who will not spy on you, the guy will not sexually groom and manipulate your kids to manipulate you so he can control you, manipulate you with money and technology. They set you up. They set Mark Zuckerberg up. They set everybody up. Every last Nobel Prize winner in the world, because they have ego problems, was set up by Rockefeller and Rothschild. Okay? They'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and your Jesus die, Parsons, to the bitter end. You're going to have to get the technology to kill them all. Okay, I can't tell you how many times Rockefeller told me that. And I was like, but I don't want to get the technology to kill them all. They're counting on that. And Jesus would agree. And Jesus tells me, you're too nice, Earl. Okay, you're too nice. Okay. Do you think Rockefeller can't stop them from abusing you? You think he could stop them from killing your mother with their cancer treatment? But it was his kid that was in charge of the stuff that signed it off. Holy fuck. And Dad was wrong, and Dad set all this up, and Dad spied, and Dad was a pervert, and we're going to clean it up, and we're not going to be perverts, and we're not going to be a crazy wackadoodle magic, invent his own God like Parsons to... Oh, shit. Richard Rockefeller's a lot different now than he was a long time ago when they had different kinds of things in the technology to keep the information that they wanted to keep secret out of my head. Yeah. Fuck. Wow. Okay. Life's eternal and grace is infinite, and you don't cry over this clay. Okay? So if you want to be exterminated by Mr. Lucky's drones and Jeffrey Hinton's artificial general intelligence being taken control of by quantum computing, that's your decision. Okay, I can't make decisions for you. I can tell you, stop making Mint wireless commercials, stop making New Balance commercials, stop sitting on TV and smiling for the camera because you're holding necessities hostage to become a multimillionaire or a billionaire if you can build your resume up right. I can't tell you to listen to me. I can't tell you to obey me. Okay. I can't tell you to. You can. Okay. I can just be perfect like Job and Jonah and Jesus and others before me, understand these perfect, faithful commands, and obey them in myself eternally. Now, if you think I think I'm a God and invented the God that you think is my head, then you go ahead. But I guarantee you, the math is the math, and the quantum computing is going to do the math. And the artificial general intelligence can't make the math make sense if it doesn't make sense. Artificial general intelligence can't make money real no matter how hard you try. It's the jawbone of an ass. I don't know if Jeffrey Hinton knew or not. Lilly, a medicine company, I can't tell you. I'm not Jeffrey Hinton. And they're not showing me that stuff. They are showing me things that happened in the past that they thought they deleted and got rid of and didn't. Okay. So Richard was the dick, and David told him not to do it. You judge people, you self-righteous, pompous little ass. You've never had to do anything. You're like the little, that's things a little wedding planner shouldn't have to hear about. And he would tell him that. He goes, we had to deal with the most horrific, disgusting, horrible stuff ever devised by human beings. And when we were watching what these people were doing with this kid in New Mexico, we knew our only hope is this kid in New Mexico. Okay? Not Frank Oz pretending to be a puppet for George Lucas's imagination. Okay, that's bullshit. And the Force is a powerful ally. I use the Force to move metal objects and drop them on people because, damn it, I'm awesome. There is no spoon. Right. Oh, the monster at the end of the book is lovable furry Hugh Grover. Shit. Near? Far. Okay, get far away from me. Hi ho, this is Kermit the Frog with and then the guy Smiley with a Muppet News Flash, right? Is your whole life flashing before your eyes? I certainly fucking hope it is. Because I would love you guys to go, oh, I want to live the Lord's Prayer, and start spreading it on these media devices with your own little fingers and hands and head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Use your head and shoulders, fingers too. Use your fingers to use your phone to make a video and say, I believe in Earl Parsons and the Lord's Prayer, Lord's Prayer. I believe in the living embodiment of Lord's Prayer, Lord's Prayer. I believe it's perfect. Applied physics and thoughts, linguistics and actions to deliver ourselves from evil. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, all you wiggles and the waggles and whatever. Okay? Shit, I'm tired. This is exhausting. It's fucking exhausting. It's more exhausting than being a Mexican American in the 21st century. I was a Mexican American in the 21st century. Thank you very much. I know exactly what it was like to be a Mexican American in the 21st century. Okay? Did 6 months in Pasco, 3 years in Colville, 9 months in Casper, and 20 years in Phoenix. Oh yeah, and 3 years in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Okay, and I also went to San Antonio and Shepherd Air Force Base, so I know exactly what it's like to be a Mexican American in the 20th century, assholes. It's exhausting. Viva Monterrey! Was not muy exciting. No, it was a royal pain in the ass. Okay? It sucked. I was always having to lie to La Migra to keep myself from being deported and my father from being deported too. It's like, what? Everybody thought my old man was Mexican, and everybody thought my old man looked like Burt Reynolds. You know, who plays the Mexican guy in the old movies with Jim Brown, and Raquel Welch. Yeah. That's what my dad looked like. Okay. And we were from New Mexico. And my mom was white, but my dad was Mexican. That made me a Mexican. Well, because that's how bigots work, asshole. Okay. Pull your head out of your ass. You're a goddamn Mexican. Okay. My mom is redheaded, named Murphy, and she's redheaded, blue-eyed, and she's whiter than white. Whiter than white. She's very white. Okay. Shit. But my dad's a Mexican, and since my dad's a Mexican, it doesn't matter that mom's a Murphy. I'm a goddamn, she married a goddamn Ubangi, but he's a Ubangi Pancho Villa clone, right? Shit, they were assholes. Yes. Everywhere we went. Pancha, I'm sure Pancha got it too. Her name was Pancha Parsons. I'm pretty sure they said she was Mexican too. Okay. Oh yeah. And Val too. Okay. Patrice? No, Patrice didn't look Mexican. Okay. Pancha's name was Pancha. Val had black hair. Okay. Val was Mexican because dad was Mexican. Pancha was Mexican because dad was Mexican, and I was Mexican. Okay. Pancha married a Mexican. Okay. Val got away from us all, married a asshole bigot in Wyoming, then went to live with his grandmother in Michigan. He was such an asshole. She dated a nice guy in Michigan, and then she went into the service and screwed around with an asshole bigot in the service and ended up having his kids instead of being with Scott. Well, Scott was a really nice guy. Oh, Val will still tell you that. Well, he got real jealous. Well, you screwed around on him. Okay. Most guys get jealous when you screw around on them. Okay. It's whole part and partial. The whole genie gig. Phenomenal cosmic power. Itty bitty living space, right? Yeah, they have a tendency to do that when you're out at the club all night and running around. Yeah, it's, you know. Oh, Ruby, don't take your love to town. She ended up with Bob Zinkus, and Bob's an asshole. He was an asshole before she met him. He was an asshole when she married him, and he's still an asshole. Okay. I don't know if Bob Zinkus is ever going to change, but that's up to Bob Zinkus and not up to you, God. Okay? Do you understand? Bob Zinkus does a complete Ebenezer Scrooge 180 at the last minute before I fix this technology. That's up to Bob Zinkus and not up to you assholes. Bob Zinkus will never change. He's an asshole. Oh, you got the top genome sequencing program and all the history of genome sequencing? You know who's going to be living the Lord's Prayer all on that day and who's not? All you need to worry about is it going to be you, asshole, and why aren't you doing it right now? The moment you're watching this. Oh, damn, I've got to go make a video and tell everybody, oh, like, share, and subscribe. This guy's the Messiah. I believe it. You can do that. We don't need no goddamn algorithms. We don't need some asshole how to promote your videos and how to trend and how to get advertisers to make money off of your bullshit. Okay? You can be the top CEO of the corporation that mass murdered everybody yesterday because you had the right chemical warfare training, and you can go from that to, hey, I want to live the Lord's Prayer because I am not going to play God with a science project and mass murder people and then feel that sin eternally, because the soul provides life to the flesh eternally. And I don't want the soul to be in solitary confinement in this wretched bag of shit I call a brain. Right? I couldn't be any more simple and intelligent if I tried. Okay? I see why Philip Rothschild and David Rockefeller and Ron and Mr. Ponce were like, this is the guy, man. This is the guy who's going to get it done. You can trust Earl. Okay? Earl will not sell you out. Earl will could be in the very bowels of hell with the worst, most jealous, selfish people that hate King David because they never did the right thing for 500,000 years, and he always did the right thing for 500,000 years. For 500,000 years, they came up with a plan like Geronimo to go into Mexico to rape, loot, and pillage, and the other guys didn't do anything to stop them. Okay? Or you can be like Tishna. Washichu's bullets can't kill you? This is a Chiricahua holding this gun in your face, uncle. Remember who you are. You're Galate. You're going to go save those women and children with me. Now. Okay. He told everybody that his nephew saved him. And then what happened? Then he went and believed his own lies, sold a book, drank himself to death, and kept selling his last bow and arrow to keep drinking himself to death. Because he realized it was only a moment in time, and the only reason he did it is because Tishna held a gun in his face, and not because he really wanted to do it. He just didn't want Tishna to blow his fucking head off. That's horrible. Well, truth is as truth does, right? Ron's related to Galate, okay, but he's not like Galate, okay? Ron is, no. He feels that way because he didn't do anything to stop Galate half the time. And sometimes, without cause, he went and killed people that killed people because of things Galate did, and wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for that rotten fucking Galate. His name is Geronimo, because if he tries to call himself Galate, Cochise will hunt him down and kill him his own damn self, right? I find you using a Chiricahua name, doing things your way, I will hunt you down and kill you myself, Geronimo. Everything you do, make sure it was Geronimo, the enemy of the Mexicans, that did it, okay? That's why in his book he said, I hate Mexicans more than Americans, because they named him Geronimo. And that was his name. When he died, he didn't say, my name is Galate, because he knew I betrayed my own people because I was selfish. I got more Chiricahua, Mescalero, and White Mountain Apache killed per capita than Barack Obama and Joe Biden and Donald Trump are getting Americans killed. Okay. Most of the people that those guys get killed that are Americans are international philanthropists, criminals who choose to be criminals, or people that choose to kill people that are invented into criminals because they're addicted to it and like it. Okay? The Chiricahua, the White Mountain, and the Mescalero that were murdered, some of them were about this, would look up at you with little, look like that. A lot of them look like that. Like that. Like that. You understand? Like Little Hawk told me, you know. Wounded knee. Okay? Long walk. Canyon de Chelly. They look like that. I want a Coca-Cola, the red kind. Okay? You selfish people. You get more children murdered in the name of your God than any other hopeless sinners in the whole world. Okay? You can say how bad Barack Obama is and how bad Donald Trump is and Joe Biden is and George Bush is. Okay? But the assholes that get killed when they're being assholes are a bunch of assholes that think the other asshole needs killing. And they're addicted to it. But they do a real hypocrite fine job of making sure the children are all safe in the school until we find out which ones are ready to grow up to be hero, hypocrite, murdering assholes like us. Or sex porn stars, softcore porn stars. They keep the business going. If you want to know how I really feel, get the cameras going, get the action going, get the cameras rolling, get the action going. Baby, you know my love for you is real, so take me where you want to. Me and your heart you steal, my heart you steal. More, more, more. Long dick me on the sofa, long dick me on the sofa. More, more, more. Do it on the washing machine, do the washing machine. More, more, more. Do it with the windows open so all the kids can watch and don't have to throw the frisbee in the backyard. And then no, we don't want to do that. We want to close the curtains, film it, and make $1 million per download. No, not per download, but $1 million at least off of enough downloads to make it $1 million download. Right. Heaven's nature, devil's daughter. Right? Baby, I don't want to know the reason why, but lately you don't talk to me. And darling, I can't see me in your eyes. You alone are the living thing that keeps me alive. And forever, if I have to see any more of these stupid fucking commercials, okay, any more of these stupid fucking commercials, I swear, by the moon and the stars up above, your satellites will collect all the evidence. You will deny the Messiah. You will hold food hostage. You will smile with your supermodel face, eating the food for money because they're paying you money to do it. And then you'll pretend to be a duck talking about washing dishes with stuff because you're the best dishwasher with stuff for talking ducks to sell stuff for talking ducks. If you do something right, share, care, given its core and state built to last. And don't put any extra coloring in it to make it look like, oh, it's blue. It must be like the color of water on a good day, and a clear day. On a clear day, you can see forever, right? I didn't go to school. Why isn't there any ice in your bath? Who puts ice in their bath? Okay? Oh, we're selling TV and selling products and selling housing and selling drugs and selling education and dictation and legislation, right? Boom, 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 and beer, lots of beer, yeah, and sex pills, Viagra, Roe, and Blue Chew, yeah. The only attractive woman is a kind and faithful woman that doesn't try to make people feel inadequate because they feel superior to them because they got ego problems, okay? I can't tell you how unattractive the women are on the Blue Chew commercials, okay? I didn't date girls like that in junior high and or high school, and I showed no interest in them, and they showed no interest in me, okay? I showed no desire. That's the type of lady that I went to talk to about getting the kids back in Mesa and Mesilla. And she laughed at me and said, you know, my time is like worth $2,000 an hour. I shouldn't even be talking to you right now. And I said, but they violated my civil rights and kidnapped my children because I was confronting military on the corruption. Shouldn't that be like a big jackpot, boom, boom, shebang case? Boy, they'll gladly kill over me and my grandpa's money and watch you and your Jesus die to the bitter end, Parsons. If I asked her to and she took on the case, everybody would know who I was locally. I'd hit the national news circuit and she wouldn't make money off of people getting in car accidents anymore. She wouldn't feel all important. She got no love for one another. She wouldn't be able to sell cars on TV with that other asshole right there. Okay, and then say it's Wellness Wednesday. Yeah. Hi. We're selling stuff. Yeah. Oprah Winfrey says Reggie Miller is one of the most gorgeous men in the history of the world. Okay, does he sell Blue Chew? You know, his sister made him cry because she used to beat his ass in the backyard in basketball all the time. Then rub it in his face. Yeah, Cheryl, she was mean. Well, you got to be tough so they can survive. Because only the strong survive. I've heard that Clarence Carter song too. Guys, life's eternal and grace is infinite. Okay? When I sat there and tried to get Corey to understand what it would be like to be made fun of for being a homosexual in junior high and high school so he wouldn't get upset and he'd be able to tolerate it without getting into fights and having them, one of them get mad and come back and try to get a knife, a screwdriver, or a gun and shoot him. Okay? I wasn't making him cry because he couldn't beat me at basketball, because you have to beat people at basketball to make them feel like you're more successful than them. I was just trying to help Corey say, this is going to be hard, Corey, and they're going to do this to you. They can be real mean and real assholes. So as your uncle, I'm going to let you know what it's like while you're real young before you have to feel it, because it's not going to happen that much in junior and elementary school. But as soon as you hit the locker room in junior high, all the faggot jokes and the homosexual jokes, and don't be looking at me, you faggot, you queer, and stuff, that's all going to happen. Okay? So you got to get used to it now. So you know how to give them their space, stay away from the people that are homophobic. Guys you're not even interested in and wouldn't touch with a 10-foot polecat because they're like the girls on the Blue Chew commercials, right? Why would I be interested in you? Okay, I would like to suck your dick as much as I'd like to hang myself in my own shower and go down a 10-foot razor blade with a barrel of alcohol between my legs 500 times in a row so I could be cloned and do it again and again and again, because it feels so awesome, like wanting to kiss you and tell myself how much touching you, how good touching you could make me feel. Right? But if I take that chance tonight, tomorrow, will I want to go down that barrel, down that razor blade on that barrel of alcohol still? Right? Corey. I love Corey. He's my dog. Okay, do you understand? Okay. We got that from Uncle Paul and Uncle Chucky. That sounds about as fun, as exciting as going down to 10-foot razor blade with a barrel of alcohol between your legs. Where did you learn about that? Hell if I know. You mean that baseball cap you guys used to have? What does that say? It says hell if I know. What's that? No, it doesn't mean hell if I know. It's a town in Texas. Where's it at? Hell if I know. It was funny. Oh God, the Ponces. Yeah, guys, I love you. All right, I'm gonna load this one up. Hang in there if you're a good person. If you're not a good person, you're not gonna do anything to let people know that Earl exists and he loves you, and let's live the Lord's Prayer now. If you're a good person, hang in there. If there's nothing you can do about it, I understand. If you don't want to do anything about it, may you be dealt with by artificial general intelligence and quantum computing and Mr. Lucky's defense inventions as rapidly as humanly possible, faster than the powerful Mach 5 can do its dangerous work to win the race, right? All right, he's like a demon as he guns a car around the track. He's coming down the pedal like he's never coming back. Adventure's waiting just ahead. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go. You know, your business partners with people in Japan that would mass murder children because the children trusted and loved me and didn't trust the people that were the descendants of Hirohito? Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, guys, I love you very much, all right? Peace out. You don't have to buy cereal. You don't have to buy a house. You don't have drugs and electroshock therapy to survive hell and call it healthcare. You don't have to think Houston Smith was a better psychologist than Judah Krishnamurti was a human being. Okay, guys? Or Tetsuro Suzuki. Does it pay to be good? No. Money's a human goods, and it's good to be good. Okay, quantum computing is getting more intelligent, and artificial and general intelligence can't make money real no matter how hard you try. Okay, guys? I love you. Peace out.